This was Stephen's first time learning magic. While the other apprentices could easily conjure magical circles, Stephen could barely produce a few sparks. When the Ancient One came to check on their progress, Stephen quickly made an excuse, claiming his injured hands were the reason he couldn't perform the spell. The Ancient One immediately called over one of his senior students who had lost an entire hand, yet could still effortlessly cast magic. This instantly left Stephen feeling utterly humiliated. To unlock Stephen's potential, the Ancient One opened a portal and transported him to the freezing peak of the Himalayas, where the temperature was so brutal that even an elephant would freeze to death within 10 minutes. To force out his potential, the Ancient One simply walked away and closed the portal behind her, leaving Stephen completely alone. In this life or death moment, Stephen's survival instinct kicked into overdrive, but all he could manage were still just sparks. Just as the Ancient One was considering whether to bring him back, a portal suddenly appeared. Stephen had finally conjured a portal circle at the very last second before freezing to death. From that moment on, Stephen's magical talent exploded. He learned spells 10 times faster than anyone else, and frequently used spatial magic to sneak into the restricted section to read forbidden texts. He even used astral projection while sleeping to continue studying. Within just a few days, Stephen had devoured every magical tome available. But hungry for more advanced magic, he secretly took the sealed book of time magic. Following the incantations, he actually managed to open the Eye of Agamotto. He placed the time spell on his hands and aimed at a half-eaten apple, making it move forward and backward through time with his gestures. The apple's past and future were completely under his control. After mastering time manipulation, he successfully restored 2 torn pages from the ancient text and discovered an even bigger secret.
Dormammu, the dark dimension, eternal life.
Just as he was about to investigate further, multiple dimensional spaces appeared, threatening to trap him in an infinite loop. Fortunately, Wong and Mordo stopped him just in time. Otherwise, Stephen would have been stuck in a time loop forever. Through their explanation, Stephen finally learned about Kamar-Taj's origins. To seal away Dormammu, the Dark Lord, the first Sorcerer Supreme Agamotto built 3 sanctums in Hong Kong, New York, and London. These 3 sanctums form the world's most powerful protective network, and the Sorcerer's mission is to protect these sanctums from unknown threats. Hearing this, Stephen laughed and said, "I'm just here to fix my hands. Protecting Earth isn't my problem." But before he could finish speaking, alarms suddenly rang out. The sorcerer guarding the London sanctum had been murdered by Caecilius, Dormammu's follower. Caecilius then released a burst of magical energy that blasted Stephen straight into the New York sanctum. Caecilius followed him through and cast a spatial spell on Stephen. The buildings around Stephen began twisting and warping, turning his escape into running in place. With no way out, he had to fight back with magic, but one of his 2 conjured weapons immediately fizzled out. Stephen was quickly beaten back and overwhelmed. Just as Caecilius was about to deliver the killing blow, something strange happened. The Cloak of Levitation actively blocked the attack for Stephen. As Stephen tumbled down the stairs, the cloak quickly followed, seemingly having chosen Stephen as its master. When Stephen